Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Shark, Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. In our last video, we gave you a link to a great news story exposing the cruelty and criminal behavior of California dairy farmers. We've posted 4 other videos exposing the dairy farmers and questioning the actions of some in the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department. In the days following the KBET story, people wrote to Stanislaus County Sheriff Adam Christianson asking him to take action against the Jeep driver who threatened us and to discipline the deputy who did nothing following the Jeep incident. Sheriff Christianson responded, and that response is the focus of this video. The sheriff began with rhetorical questions intended to create doubt about Shark's evidence. Are all of the facts in this case known to you? Do you think Shark provided you with all of the information, or perhaps only what they wanted you to see and believe? If the sheriff had something to say about our reporting of the facts, if he is challenging us, why does he ask questions instead of simply telling people what supposedly really happened? What we have reported is backed up with video documentation, so the sheriff can't claim it happened differently. Sheriff Christianson goes on. Our team made an arrest and acted appropriately. We have seen no documentation to support this claim. In fact, Stanislaus County has completely denied our public records request. We've been told that the driver of the Jeep was later cited, that he was merely given a ticket as opposed to being arrested, handcuffed, and taken away. If the suspect was cited, we don't even know what the charges are. As for the sheriff's claim that his team acted appropriately, that is certainly not true in the case of Deputy Steve Gerhardt, who is shown here ignoring what had just happened with the Jeep. As can be heard in our video documentation, I asked someone from our team to call the sheriff's office because Deputy Gerhardt refused to do his job. The officer who subsequently arrived was Sergeant Frank Soria. Sergeant Soria actually acted like a law enforcement officer, as opposed to a hired goon for the dairy thugs. We have no complaint with Sergeant Soria. Sheriff Christianson continues. I am aware of what the video looks like, because that's exactly what Shark wants it to look like. Looks can be deceiving, especially when the organization posting the video has an agenda. Again, the sheriff is trying to raise doubts without actually contradicting anything we've reported. Sheriff Christianson continues. One fact that Mr. Hindy conveniently left out is that he signed a citizen's arrest declaration that was accepted by our team. After the Jeep incident was ignored by Deputy Gerhardt, and well after the Jeep driver left the area, Sergeant Soria arrived and took our complaint. Again, Sergeant Soria behaved like a legitimate police officer, and we've lodged no complaint against him, only against Deputy Gerhardt. Sheriff Christianson continues. We sent our investigation to the district attorney for review and filing of a criminal complaint should the DA decide there is sufficient evidence to do so. Interestingly, we received word from the district attorney's office that they would not be pressing charges because of insufficient evidence. Astonished, we asked if they were aware that there was video of the Jeep incident from 2 different angles. They said they were not. That's strange, because we sent 3 copies of the video documentation to the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department weeks earlier, and apparently those DVDs were never given to the district attorney's office. An assistant district attorney subsequently looked at the video documentation and then told us in a conference call that charges would be filed. That was about a week ago, and we are still unaware of any charges actually being filed. Sheriff Christianson continues with his effort to create doubt. Keep this in mind. Shark is very good at provoking confrontation for the purposes of exploitation. That's how they're able to raise money to further their cause. Sheriff Christianson, what Shark is very good at is documenting and exposing animal abuse, but it's in a peaceful and law-abiding manner. Animal abusers like your dairy overlords don't want to be exposed, and it is they who break the law. As for raising money, I don't think there's a group in the animal protection movement that is worse at it than Shark, because our efforts are focused on documenting and exposing animal cruelty to get it stopped, and not on fundraising. Sheriff Christianson makes this interesting statement. Of course, any member of the public is always welcome to share their opinion with us, and we respect that, but if you accuse our team of being corrupt, you better be able to prove it. Shark has documented improper traffic stops, an officer flat out refusing to do his job, a sheriff actively working to obscure the truth, and a county refusing to release public documents. I think we've proven corruption, don't you, Sheriff? Way back in February, shortly after Shark's trip to Stanislaus County, I sent a message to Sheriff Christianson via his website, and my message was acknowledged. I laid out everything that happened, but Sheriff Christianson never replied. I wonder why that is. Since Sheriff Christianson ignored my message to him in February, I filed an official complaint against Deputy Gerhardt on March 29. I have yet to receive a response to that complaint. Stanislaus County has denied our public records requests and won't even give us police incident reports. What are they hiding? I ask everyone who thinks the United States deserves honest cops to contact Sheriff Christianson and demand that he either start acting like an officer of the law as opposed to a private security thug for the dairy industry, or resign. Stay tuned for developments regarding the cruelty, cowardice, and corruption ongoing in Stanislaus County and the California dairy industry. You can click here for information on Shark's campaigns across the U.S. and beyond. To help fund our efforts, click on this link. Please help us to help our animal friends. We can't continue to do it without you. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.